Danny, we have the pleasure of hosting Danny and Sandy Young on the call today. I want each of you to get to know Danny and Sandy Young. I am direct to Jordan Shank, who is direct to Ashley Tarr. And then we are all, every single one of us, part of Danny and Sandy Young's master agency. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But you guys, an incredible couple here. Top notch, just classy. Sandy, you're like regal to me. You guys are absolutely amazing. But I'll tell you a little bit about Danny. Like you worked at ExxonMobil for what, 16 or so years.
Yep.
I'm going to tell your story because otherwise it takes, like 30 minutes. So no disrespect. We're going to give the highlight reel. Then I'm going to tell you guys how you can hear the whole story or more of the story. But anyway, shift worker. Danny Young was a shift worker at ExxonMobil for quite a long time. Never wanted to get into insurance, but found his way there. They were trying to keep their kids in private school and found this opportunity. He married Miss Sandy Young at the age, I think, of 22 or so. And you guys, like together, Danny and Sandy have built, what we know today as the Young Master Agency. They've done it with their family and then brought on just a ton of people to their team who have then brought on people and brought on people. And we're here today just under their leadership and extremely blessed to be so. I want to share one more slide, a little more information. This is a super
Ah,
fun one to
there
us.
you go.
Um, but Danny and Sandy, like you guys came here by yourselves. Like Danny, you were running the appointments, a couple of them anyway, but well, that's for another time. But in a couple of weeks, it sounds like it's going to be 12 years for you all here at Symmetry. You have built an organization by way of being partnered with Symmetry Financial Group to where you all have more than 90 agency owners. Like every month, it's like you add another one or two or three. 10 130s, seven equity partners. You're on track to do over 35 million this year. And you guys, each one of us, we are all part of that 35 million. Like every application that we submit for a family that we have served, goes towards that. So we are just so honored to be part of that. Danny and Sandy Young, these words are from your agency owners here. You are dream creators. That was my favorite one. Dream creators. Thank you, Kevin. You are generous in every single way. You are both inquisitive. You are the best connectors. You are wise, reliable, and steadfast. So we are
That's awesome.
blessed and fortunate to be part of your organization. You guys, one other quick thing, and then I'm going to stop my screen share. You see down here at the bottom, I've got this little YouTube thing. Okay. Danny and Sandy, they had a little video like filmed. Symmetry went to their home, filmed a video, and you can learn a whole lot about Danny and Sandy Young by watching this YouTube video. So Kristen's going to share it in the chat for me. But there it is. I definitely encourage you to go and watch that. It's like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, and you'll get to get a little sneak peek inside their world. So anyway, that was what I wanted to share there. And what do you think of that, you guys? Is that fun or what?
Hey, it looks like our world is in a restaurant. What it looks like. Okay,
Well,
that's what we
that is
do.
partially true. Yes,
It
we
We
is.
have.
do.
There's a reason for that.
You guys like to eat. We know that. Yeah, notice like yeah, I should have said those pictures there. All four of us agency owners like at the same restaurant, the same. I almost
Table.
said same table, but three of them were round. One of them was, I think, a square. So they may have switched tables. That table is in the exact same spot. Like Danny and Sandy have their spot at that restaurant. That's Ruth's Chris. You can see the background, like it was all the same. So we have all been just blessed and fortunate to, share meals with the two of you at that restaurant, at that table. So thank you so much. But anyway, welcome. We are just so thrilled you guys could be here with us today. So we're
This is like
gonna go ahead.
this is like the best introduction in the history of introductions. I'm telling you, this was well thought of. Okay.
Well, it's because we just think so highly of you all.
We
That
appreciate it.
that's you both mean a whole lot to all of us. And it's incredible now to see Danny, you are being really generous with your time and beginning to kind of work with the next, you know, the up and coming leaders here within the Shank organization here. And so we're really, really grateful, and it's exciting to us to have that happening. But I'm gonna, if it's okay, I want to start with Sandy just quickly, Danny.
Yes,
I know you
please
got
do.
just a minute, please. Sandy, thanks for
Yes.
being with us. It's always fun to have you on the call with us. Danny goes away. Not sure where he went, but he's still here somewhere. But anyway, Sandy, I wanna ask you, um, share with us just a little bit, like what has this opportunity with Symmetry, like what has it kind of given you and your family, just opportunities? Like why do you guys continue to think this is the best opportunity out there? What's it done for you all?
Oh, so much more than I can even say, but from a personal standpoint, symmetry has given me my smile back,
Hmm.
and it's given me
Hmm.
the ability to be able to believe again, that
Hmm.
we're at the right place and that we're doing the right thing.
Hmm.
We've been able to do so much for so many, our kids, our grandkids, families, my parents when they were still here. It's just amazing. I can't even put into words
Hmm.
what symmetry means to me, and how much it's done for us. I mean, we're living our best life, by
Hmm.
far our best life, and we're living our dream.
Hmm.
And not a lot of people get to say that, but
Yeah.
we are, and it's phenomenal. The fact that I don't worry anymore about money. I mean, I asked Danny, I used to be the biggest worrier ever about everything. And I don't worry about anything now, except, like if somebody's ill,
Yeah.
but I don't worry about money. I don't have to worry about bill collectors calling and leaving these nasty messages. And because we had many of those back in the day, but
Hmm.
it just is the most incredible business. We met Brandon and Casey, as you know, at Symmetry, I mean, at another company. And I don't know how long they were there, but a few years after we got there, they left and started Symmetry. And when we got here, it didn't take me long to realize we were home. We
Hmm.
are in the right
Hmm.
place.
Hmm.
And that's just it's just an incredible feeling to know they're here for us, all of us. They do everything they do for the agents. I mean, we do a lot for the clients, but they do so much for the agents, and they've given us an opportunity that is second to none. It's
Hmm.
just
So true.
been the most amazing thing that's ever happened for us.
Hmm. It's so true. And I know you have been right alongside Danny, every step of the way for, all the years that you've been in this business, and of course, I mean your whole life, but like in this business, I mean, like I think Danny would say, like, you're kind of the heart and soul of the Young Master Agency. One of the things in that video, you guys, that you're going to hear Sandy say, and I wrote this down, but you said in that video, that I hope all of you will go watch so that you can get to know these two better. You said we get to help people, and this is something that's very important to us. It means a lot to be able to do things for people who that are hurting or they need something. If we can help them, we're going to help them. Like how much does that mean to you? Like that just touches me so, so much.
Oh my God, I just have chill bumps just hearing you repeat something that I said. That's what we're here for, is to help people. You know, when we got into the insurance industry, we had people that we looked up to, people that we trusted and admired who were successful, and they were kind enough to help us
Yeah.
kind of figure things out. And so we feel like we have an obligation to help as many people as we can.
Mm.
And that's, I mean, that's what we have in mind every day when we get up. It's who we gonna help today.
Yeah.
And it's just an incredible feeling to be able to do that, to be able to impact somebody's life, you know, in a positive way. It just means everything to us. It's just the most amazing and wonderful thing I think that you can do. And whatever, and you know, it's not just like, I mean, I'm not even going to go into, you know, what we've done for people, but um, just being able to do it and know that we have the means to do it, and knowing that it's going to affect them in a very positive way is just like the icing on the cake.
Yeah. You guys are able to do things financially in really big ways, but I think Kristen just put it, it's these little things too. It's just like who you are and the way that you encourage us and believe in us. It's just it's like nobody else. There's nobody else like the two of you. So
But you know
thank you
what?
for sharing that. Of
One more thing, if you don't mind.
course.
Um, Shoot, I lost it.
I don't have
Don't you laugh at me, because it's going to happen to you. Well, no, what I was going to say is we sold all of y'all on this opportunity.
Mm, mm,
Y'all are here, not maybe not because of us directly, but from somebody that's, you know, in our downline. So
mm.
we've sold this opportunity to all of you.
Yeah,
I've been one-on-one, but you know what I'm saying.
sure.
So we feel like we owe it. We owe it to y'all.
Mm,
We want to see y'all having the same kind of success that we're having.
yeah.
We want y'all to know what that feels like. We want you to be able to do things for your family that you can't do now, maybe that you've never could have done in the past. So it's we feel obligated, but in a good way.
Yeah, I
And
know.
just,
Yeah.
you know, it helps y'all, but it also helps us. It helps us to become better and to believe even more in what this opportunity has to offer.
Beautifully said. Thank you. Thank you from all of us,
You're
Sandy.
so
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you. Um, Danny, in that video again that I'm referencing, this is something that you said. I work this just you guys, this is the couple like that Kevin and I'm like life goals here, Danny and Sandy Young. Danny says, I work hard like I do because I like the way Sandy Young looks at me. She looks at me like I'm somebody. I like that. I like that a lot. And I know that you have just been working hard for your whole life to have what you have today, and um, yeah, just really grateful. But what do you believe? What are the things about this opportunity that make you feel like this is the best one out there? And why is it so important that all of us believe that we deserve something like this, something like what you all have?
Well, the first part is easy. By the way, I've been part of Sandy Young's life for 76% of her life. Okay. So just thinking about stuff like that is just astonishing.
Amazing.
But the first part of that question, why is this the best opportunity out there? Because I've seen a lot of things, a lot of things. And if somebody wants to make if somebody wants to make money, to me it just makes sense to go where all the money lives. Let's start there. Okay. If you want an unlimited opportunity, let's go where there's unlimited money. And that happens to be in the insurance industry. It's this by far the wealthiest industry on the face of the earth. It's $8 to $9 trillion industry, and It's never changed. The insurance industry is 260 something years old. It hasn't changed. It's an industry, by the way, that self-polices itself. Okay. Congress doesn't mess with it. This is why when you get an insurance license, if you want to play around with it, they take your license, you may go to jail, that sort of thing. So, but it hadn't changed. Okay. And everything out there has changed. China makes a decision on something and you lose half your 401k if you're in corporate America. Okay. And you had no say so in that.
Hmm.
AI is, I mean, look, there's been over 1 million people laid off this year, 153,000 last month, something like that. Okay. You had no say so in that. The insurance industry is not going to change. Look at what AI is going to do to people. They're going to put so many people out on the street. It's not even funny.
Hmm.
It's not going to affect us, okay? Because it takes an agent in the insurance industry. You can buy insurance online. Very few people do because if you do, your agent is your mailman, okay?
Hmm.
And so this thing hasn't changed. It will not change. It is wealthier now. Our markets are bigger now than they were. Like you said, we're fixing to be here 12 years.
Yeah.
You understand that somebody who starts today has a bigger market. There's more people with mortgages today than it was 12 years ago. There's more people, more older people that will buy final expense than there was 12 years ago. Look, it's unlimited how many people will buy an IUL for a tax-free retirement, tax-free, okay? And then there's indexed annuities where you can make money, can't lose money. And then the debt-free life, which I think is one of the best things we've ever had because there's so many people out there right now. You think about this, probably nobody on this call, but people have debt. They have debt. Hey, if you have a job and kids, you have debt. And the more kids you have, the more debt you have. People don't like being in debt. People can't breathe.
Hmm.
They can't take a deep breath. We can get people out of that. The things that we get to do for people are unbelievable. And the key thing is it's never going to change.
Hmm.
The second part, the deserving part, is hard for a lot of people because a lot of people don't come here with a really good self-esteem. And that's our goal as leaders. Our goal is not to. My goal is not to get you to write more premium. My goal is to get you in a headspace where you believe you deserve better. But until you deserve better, you're not gonna work like that. You're not. It'll keep you from making enough dials. It'll keep you from recruiting people because you don't think you deserve it. So those of y'all that talk to me on the phone, those of y'all that have been down here. By the way, I love talking to this team because I get to see a lot of faces to the names I can't pronounce on Sunday night. Okay, that's awesome. I mean, think about this. We've been in this house now for a year and a half, maybe something like that,
Okay.
and there's not a lot of people that come down here. Okay, we're very limiting, but we have four, well, six. You're counting the married ones, but we have like six people on this call that have actually taken pictures in our rocking chairs on our front porch. I think that's awesome. The junior Shanks were down here, and Jennifer, you and Kevin been down here, and then the young Gaines been down here, and then Summer moseyed down here, and we all got pictures of all of y'all in those rocking chairs. So I think that's just super super cool, and we're gonna have more and more people down here because and I got to point to this. We talk. All we do when people come down here, like with Jordan and Megan last week, all we do is eat and talk about taking over the world. Then we eat again, and then we talk about taking over the world, and then we go eat again. And I just don't think there's anything like that. Watching people, because we're really in the business we're in is a transfer of knowledge business. Somebody comes here, they don't know, come here from Sikkim, and we have to communicate with those people to get into them belief. And I told Jordan this that when they were down here that the two greatest gifts you can give a new person is the gift of belief and the gift of your personal growth, your personal growth.
Hmm.
So that's why, and we just work with this. Understand this. This business is 100% mental. We don't do anything that's physically hard. And you can do it. Those of y'all that are like me, like upper 50s, you can do this till you're 100. I told Sandy yesterday, was riding down the road. I said, I'd like to be 50 right now. Okay, I'd take 50. But
That's
again, it's people helping people, and the help that we give people is in your brain. You got to change your brain. You got to grow your brain. And you got to do that because you need to get strong enough mentally so that other people can plug into your strength, your mental strength while they're building their own. So, but that's
Mhm.
why. But look, there's nothing like this business from a financial standpoint. And the more people you can attract to your agency and the more people that you can help from a client standpoint, the more money you're going to make. And there are people, look, there are people that
Yeah,
come here. There are people that come here for making 40, 50,000 a year in a job, and 3 years later they're making three or 400,000 here. Is it everybody? No, no, but it's everybody that wants to. I'll put it that way. People ask me
definitely.
all the time, how many people make it in symmetry? Every single person that wants to makes it here. If you don't make it, it's because you didn't want it bad enough. And there's
Mm,
nothing we can do about that. Okay. I can teach you how to cook, but I can't teach you how to be hungry. So
mm,
we're looking for hungry people.
mm.
So
Can you really teach people how to cook?
No.
if it's outside of my
And
command of Joe, you better
okay,
believe.
okay, that's good. Thank you for that clarification.
Yeah.
That's great. And I yeah, I love that so much. I want to just quickly, we're gonna have a little intercession here, a little pause.
Okay.
Because I want to ask Tracy Young, Neely,
Yes.
your daughter, Danny and
Yes.
Sandy. I want to ask you, Tracy, like what's it like, real quick, just being in business with these two? Like
Just being in this family.
honestly, I mean, we all want to be adopted, but like Tracy, you're like you are them. So you're in this business now because of them. Like you have fought and earned and done all the things that you have done. Like you've had your parents supporting you, but like you've been the one fighting and learning how to write production and building your agency. Like what's it like being in business with these two and just with family in general?
So, as good as it seems to be
What a start.
in the Danny
Where's
Young
she going with
agency,
this?
as good as it seems to be in this agency and to get to know these two, get to sit in the corner table at Ruth's Chris with them, it's not even close to what it feels like to be their daughter.
Oh.
I mean, and I get both, I get this business and I get to be their daughter. So, um, I mean, there just are no words, honestly. They're two of the best people. As good as you think they are, they're way better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Way better.
It that's amazing. I love that so much. You and I were on the phone yesterday, and you were telling me about you and your dad were in Dallas together, and I mean, what a special time for the two of you. But you said, hey, I'm asking him questions like,
Oh
how do
yeah.
I do this? What do I do here? How do I get through this? And
Yeah.
it's like it's just so cool to know like you have been encouraged to kind of build what you want here, and you've got your dad and mom to kind of help you along the way. And I know it's so important for you to kind of stamp your name on this business. And so
Yeah,
it's it's really neat.
absolutely. I mean, I never came here to inherit my dad's business. I came here because I was in a sucky place and I needed something better. And
Mm,
I could see, the unique piece that I have is that I got to see all of this lay out in front of me before I ever really had any idea what was going on. I didn't
mm,
know anything about symmetry, nothing. I knew that my dad was in insurance. I knew
mm,
that the majority of that time that he had been in insurance, it was terrible. I didn't have any desire to do that. I saw them struggle and, you know, go through all of the terrible things that they went through in the insurance industry. I didn't want any part of that. So
mm,
it wasn't until they got to symmetry that I could see that things like drastically changed
yeah.
really quickly.
Mm,
And so that was what piqued my interest. It was never to be in insurance, but I knew at 40, whatever I was at the time, and, hating everything that I did in the work area, I knew that there were very few ways for me to kind of reinvent myself at that point, to start over.
mm,
But I saw that this was a possibility if I could do it.
mm.
And so I stuck my toe in the water and I started part-time and I learned really quickly it was definitely something I could do. My path looks super different from theirs, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, the struggle is real for sure. You know, if you haven't faced it yet in this business, it's coming. Just
Mhm.
strap in, buckle up, you know, it's going to come. It's not easy. So I mean, I don't have it all figured out yet. I'm good at this business. Um, I'm not I'm not great at this business. I'm I still have to figure it all out just like everybody else does, you know, and that's what I'm doing, you know. I get up every day and I work.
You're doing a great job, and I know you have to jump off because I think you have an appointment, but I just wanted to say, thanks for sharing. You
Yeah.
are you and I have like become good
Yeah.
friends because of being here, and I'm super
Yes.
grateful for that. So thanks, Tracy.
This is my second, I think this is our second family. Like the Shank
Mm,
Agency is top notch, and some of my most favorite people are in this group.
mm. Ditto, feel the same. Thanks.
You're really high on that list, Jen.
Thanks, Tracy.
No
All
problem.
right. All right, you guys, we're gonna get into some more stuff here. So Danny, talk to us about just personal growth development. Why is it so important in a business like ours? And talk to us too, if you could, about struggle. Why is that important? Why do we need to struggle?
Well, look, if you come here from a job, say that you're making 40 or 50,000 a year, making, I mean, working 40, 50 hours a week, that sort of thing. You have you have a 40 to $50,000 a year brain. And if you come here and you don't change your brain, you don't grow your brain, the most you're going to make here is 40 or 50,000.
Mm,
It's just the way it is, okay? Your brain runs your life. And so if personal growth is important here, because if you're going to build a team, and look, you don't need to personally grow if all you're going to do is come here and produce. You don't, okay? Because you get leads and make dials and set appointments and run appointments, find something that works, write an app, get it is, you get paid. Do it once a month, do it twice an hour. It doesn't matter to us, okay? Whatever you want to do. But if you're going to build a team, that means that other people, and look, all of these people are going to be a different human being than you are. And so you have to be able to deal with a lot of different kinds of people. I had to learn how to work with people of different religions and different ages and stuff. I used to have to work with people older than me, but now they're all gone. So, now I have to work with people younger than me. And so, but people have to plug into you. And if you are not strong mentally, both of you will die. It's
mm,
like the old the Sears Die Hard commercial they had, where they had one Die Hard battery and they hooked it up to about 10 cars in the middle of a blizzard and started all 10 cars. Okay, same thing here. If you're not mentally strong, you can't help other people get strong because people are going to plug into you. Okay, and when I came here, look, came here by myself, just like all of y'all came here by yourself, and I started building immediately because I didn't want to do all the work. I
mm,
wanted help. And so people had to plug into me. Well, fortunately, I came here stronger than most people because I've been in the insurance business for whatever it was, 29 years or something like that before I got here.
mhm,
And I've always liked people. I've never liked sales. I've never liked insurance, but I like people. And so when I found out early on that I was in the people business, I wasn't in the insurance business selling people. I was in the people business. I happened to sell insurance.
mm,
When I realized that, everything became just so much easier for me from a mental standpoint because I can see a lot of people can plug into me because we went from being by ourselves, me and Sandy. Last month, I think we had 585 agents, something like that, right business. Well, see, I
mm,
couldn't have handled 585 people 12 years ago. I want to see if I can handle 1,000 because that's where we're headed. This team's going to be a big part of that. I'm telling you, the Shank team is going to be a big part of that. And so I want to see if I can handle 1,000 people. But other people have to plug into you. So you got to get strong. How do you get strong? You get strong, I think, four ways. It's not 100, it's four. Number one, you got to read. You
mm,
got to read and read. Look, read biographies because biographies will tell you that every single successful person in the history of the world struggled. They didn't just wake up one day and they were successful. Okay. And so that helped my mentality, knowing that struggle is just a part of this thing. Okay. The second thing you have to do is you got to associate with the right kind of people. Because typically people that come here, they've been associated with the same people for years, people just like them, living about the same kind of house, drive about the same kind of car, make about the same kind of money. They do this on Monday, do this on Tuesday. That's the life they come from.
Mhm.
Well, they come here and they get to hang around successful people. This was so important to me when I first got in the insurance business because you said I was a shift worker. Okay. Look, I was 37 years old. I didn't own a tie at 37. You think I wasn't smooth. And so, but I came and I realized that successful people are different. They're different. See, just like owners, see, the owner of McDonald's here in Baton Rouge, he owns 40 of them. The owner of McDonald's is a different human being than the workers that work in McDonald's. See, and so I had the ability to hang around successful people because winning has its own language. I had to learn that language. And so you got to associate with the right people. There are people in your life, those of y'all that are new here, there are people in your life that you think are friends or family that are not interested in you becoming successful here. They're not. Because if you go off and leave their little crew and you become successful, it's going to make them feel bad. And so they want you to come and be like you always were, which is being like them. That's a struggle for a lot of people, okay? The association part. It's easy to associate, it's hard to disassociate. And disassociation is just as important as association. The third thing you have to do is you got to attend stuff. You got to get on stuff like this. This is the kind of stuff, boot camps and like the fall tours and the Ignite and all. These are places that you go and learn what you need to learn in order to win here. And the last thing you have to do, and this is what gets most people, is you got to struggle. You have to struggle. Struggle is your friend. Struggle makes you stronger, not weaker. So something happens. Look, when you first get here, a struggle is, oh my God, I got a lead with a bad phone number. I got to go find a bridge to jump off of.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a struggle. When we first got an insurance, we struggle with, are we going to pay the Cablevision bill or are we going to pay this bill? Okay, that was a struggle. We don't have those struggles anymore because we grew our way through those struggles.
Mhm.
And so just accept the fact that you're going to struggle and accept the fact you got a lot of people that are going to support you through that struggle because people tend to go hide, when something bad happens. They get a charge back or they get a no-show or something like that and they go hide. No, that's when you need your upline, okay?
Yeah.
Your upline has a vested interest in your success. We get paid overrides for you to become successful, not to fail.
Mhm.
And so, but you got to struggle. Just understand the struggle is your friend. It makes you stronger and it prepares you for the next struggle, which will make you even stronger. And you're going to
Mhm.
get to the point if you look, when you get your butt knocked down, get up. Don't wait. Look, mama's not coming. I'm telling you, she is not coming to get you. Get your butt up and you're stronger. Prepares
Mhm.
you for the next struggle. And if you get up enough, you get to the point where you can't get knocked down.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
But you got to grow yourself because other people depend on your strength until
Yeah.
they grow their own. They depend on your strength.
Love that. I love that so much. And, when we talk about like our upline, and like there's nothing that I'm going to go through or, Jordan or any of
Right.
us that
That's
you
right.
haven't already gone through. And
That's right.
so, that's true for just about all of us, with our upline. It's like, we've been through that and it's pretty cool too. Like just yesterday I was talking with one of our up and coming leaders and he was just like, man, like learning to spin all the plates. It's like when you first
Sure.
get here, you're spinning like one or two. And then before you know it, you start, bringing on people and building your team and working towards agency ownership. Now you're having to spin 10, 12 different plates and all of that growth is what's going to prepare, each one
Right.
of us to kind of get to where we're going, for you to handle those 1,000 agents that you're going to have, at some point here. Um, let's talk about ownership. Like why, if like why is it such a unique opportunity for ownership here at Symmetry, and like how attainable is it? Like practically speaking, is it super super hard? Is it is
No,
it
no,
easy? Like what
no.
is it? Why and why
Well,
is it so important?
it's not easy.
Okay.
If it was easy, everybody would do it. Okay, but we have probably think about this now. Symmetry's 16 years old now. There's what, a little bit less than 400 agents that have
Mhm.
ownership.
Mhm.
And let me tell you why ownership is important, okay? I have I have a friend of mine here in Baton Rouge, uh, 3 or 4 years younger than me probably, has had a State Farm agency for 40 years.
Mhm.
He has a boatload of home, whatever that insurance is. He has a boatload of automobile insurance clients, okay? And I don't know what he makes. Maybe he makes 300,000. I don't know. Some people can live on that. I can't imagine. But he's when this man dies, three things are going to happen. Number one, his income is going to stop. Whatever it is going to stop. Number two, his wife is going to get his insurance proceeds. Whatever he has on his own life, he's going to get that. And State Farm, number three, State Farm is going to get his agency. And State Farm is going to sell his agency to somebody else for a bunch of money. So my friend, who calls himself an owner, will have worked 40 years to build something for somebody else.
Mhm.
Now, take us. Look, there's 5,000 companies probably in our arena. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know of one other place where you can get contractual ownership that stays in your family for generations.
Mhm.
Okay. So look, I'm an owner.
Yep.
You're an owner. Jordan's an owner. Own and own. Summer's an owner. The young Gaines are owners that, hadn't got through puberty yet, and they're owners already. And so think about this. My income is pretty good. All right. I die. My income immediately starts flowing to Sandy Young.
Mhm.
Only requirement is she has to hold an insurance license because some of the money is coming from insurance carriers. They can't pay an unlicensed person. Now, Sandy's had a license for about 40 years, I think. It's got laminated at Eckerd's Drugs, which I think went out of business about 35 years ago. It looks pristine. Okay, that's all she needs. And look, those of y'all that are here that are licensed and your spouse isn't
Mhm.
licensed, they need to get licensed. And you get licensed because that's the only requirement for being a beneficiary of your agency. Okay, so it immediately flows to her. Sandy dies. We got two kids. Y'all know that. Okay, they both work in the business. They both work for me. It flows to them.
Mhm.
We got five grandkids and a bonus grandkid now. Okay, four of them are licensed. We're waiting for the 10-year-old and the 8-year-old. Now, look, they didn't listen to me. They didn't get licensed because they want to do this business. They got licensed because they heard about the ownership program. You can't be a beneficiary. Well, they think they're in England. The king dies, they're going to get some land. Okay. So you talk, and Jennifer, you remember me talking to you about getting your kids in the business?
I
What did
do.
we talk
I
about?
do.
Look,
I
you want to
do.
get your kids in the business? Here's how you do it. I need you to come here, get licensed, and help me build your inheritance.
Mm.
That's how
Mm.
you get your kids in the business, okay? So
Man.
it's incredible. Where in the world, look, every survey they do on this stuff says that the vast majority of people in America want to own their own business. They don't because it usually takes an idea, it takes money, and it takes guts. Most people don't have all three of those things. Here, it takes an insurance license and the willingness to learn a system, a simple system that works 100% of the time, that you work at 100% of the time.
Mm.
Now, to become an owner, look how hard this is. You need six agents, you and five others that write business every month. For a 3 month period, y'all have to issue 30,000 in premium. That's what's that? 5,000 each. That's about five apps, normal size apps
Mhm.
each
Mhm. Mhm.
in a month. In a month. And you become an owner. You sign a contract with Symmetry giving you ownership of that agency. Have your name on it for generations if you want to. Or you get down the road, you might want to sell it to somebody else in Symmetry.
Mm.
You can do that.
Mm.
So, but there's nothing like ownership. Look at my State Farm guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Well,
needs, that needs to be everybody's number one priority here is to become an owner. Silly to be here and not become an owner. Silly.
all right, you guys, write that down. Like we all have an insurance license. We can personally produce, write business on people, but to really get to like what Danny and Sandy have built here, it's about finding people that
Right.
are, that we align with and are looking for an opportunity like this, and expose them to all materials and point them in the right
Right.
direction. And tell us like about one of the things that you've done with so many of the leaders on this call is drawing out our team. And I didn't know, I still not real sure how good at art you actually are, because I have not seen your
Oh, I'm
team drawn
incredible.
out. But
I'm incredible. Yeah.
talk to
I'm
us about
incredible.
drawing our team and the bubbles
Well,
and the lines.
I
Talk to us
learned
about that.
I learned this 100 years ago. All right. I would draw my just on a sheet of paper. I draw my
Okay.
as a nanny, and I draw a line. I'd have this agent. I'd draw a line. This agent. If this agent had somebody, I'd draw a line from that. I wanted to see what I had. In other words, when I get up in the morning, I want to know what I'm going to war with. Okay. Now, what I don't do, because a lot of people allow themselves to fool themselves. Okay. Because I've had several of y'all draw it and send it to me. Okay. And some people, I have people outside my agency that I talk to that I have them draw theirs. They'll put on their drawing somebody that's been in pre-licensing now for 8.5 months. Okay. No, don't, you can't count that person. You put on there. See, I want them to know what they actually have. I don't want them to let their brain think they have more than they have. And so I don't have pre-licensing people on there. I don't have somebody on there you hadn't, they're licensed, but you hadn't seen them in 6 years. Okay. You
Yep.
can't count that as part of your team. So I wanted to know. Now here's the big reason psychologically why I did this, Jennifer. Every day when I looked at this drawing, I realized I can't get where I'm trying to get with what I have now.
Mm.
So it gave me a sense of urgency. I got to add to this thing. Now, listen, people don't believe this, but Sandy, tell you this is absolutely true. I drew my team in Primerica every day for 10 years. Every day for 10 years.
Wow.
Because I wanted to know what I am fighting with today.
Hmm. Hmm.
And see, look, if somebody's trying to get, say they're trying to get maybe a 120 contract, okay?
Okay.
I think the guidelines say you need 19 writers. I think that
Hmm.
might be close,
Yep.
okay? You
Yep.
need 19 writers. Well, you draw your thing out and you got 12. Your brain need look, your eyes see it and your brain sees it. I need seven more to even be able to qualify.
Right. Right.
That makes sense? You
Yep.
need to know what you have. And you also need to know that if what you want is this, what you have right now it will not get it for you.
Yeah.
So it gives you a sense of urgency to go, hey, I got to add people, got to add people, got to add people. I'm gonna tell you this up front. You can't name a problem in symmetry that you're going to face that can't be fixed with more people.
Mm.
The answer to every problem is more people. If you want more applications in a month, you need more people. If you want more premium in a month, you need more people. If you want more promotions in a month, you need more people. And if you want more deposits in a month, you need more people.
Mm. Think we could
And
all
I,
agree we want more deposits.
well,
Who
look,
wants more
look,
deposits?
when I got my first check, it was a check, tear it off, had a statement on it from Primerica. It was $42 and something.
Hmm.
I was still working at Exxon. Can I tell you, I didn't deposit that check for about 3 weeks. I showed probably 50 people at Exxon. Look here, $42 and something. Now it's so funny. Get a bonus for 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 a month.
Crazy.
Your blood pressure doesn't even change. This is where you evolve to in this business if you build something.
Hmm. Mm. That is so,
Crazy.
so fun.
Hey, one
But
thing you need to do, Jennifer, here's a good exercise for you and for people, Jordan, you could do the same thing. I had Susie do this because Susie was a nurse for 12 years. She got 24 deposits a year. 24. I
mhm.
asked her to check her, go to your checking account, see how many deposits you got the previous month, which was a December. It's about 4 years ago. She got 40 something deposits that month. You ought to do that, Jennifer. Just see, because I don't know, you might have got paid once a month working at the school. Okay. But you can tell somebody, you try to recruit somebody, say, look, I got 38 deposits last month. You don't even have to tell them how much money it is because some of the deposits might have been $2.80,
Yep.
but you got 38 deposits last month. You can recruit people just telling them that because they're getting, look, the majority of people you're going to talk to have too much month left at the end of their money. We can fix that for them.
I didn't know you were going to talk about that, but just shared this idea and concept with someone just last night. So here's my folder. It's green because money.
Color money.
Here's 1 month. There's all the deposits. That's 72 deposits for 1 month, and the next month was 53, 56. Like this is a fun thing, and write it down, you
Absolutely.
guys.
And look,
Write it down.
and the most important thing is your brain gets to see that. How
Yeah.
in the world? I don't look, I don't know, but I would have to think that getting 72 deposits makes it easier to budget. Wouldn't you think?
It's Yeah, it's a fun exercise. I'm glad I
Oh,
do
it's,
it. All
look,
right.
it's a great thing to do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, 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 no. I'm like, we're already out of time. This is ridiculous. But um, can you guys share with us just like, what is your vision, I guess, for this team? And maybe just each one of us, like,
Let me tell you what I believe. Number one, this is one of my favorite agencies in my whole master agency, and here's why. Because there's people like Jordan Shank
Mhm.
and you, Jennifer, and I've been fortunate to be able to work with Tim Coates and Jeff. And I had a call this morning with Jeff and David Kellebrew.
Mhm.
Wild about David Kellebrew.
Mhm.
Okay. I think he's going to do some really big things. I think Jeff's going to do some really big things. I think Coates is going to do some really big things. And your team in the young games, they just make me sick. They're so good looking and then, look like they just got off a wedding cake, just irritating. And they're nice and they know how to cook and they clean up after each other. This is crazy. And they're going to be here Monday. So I'm excited about that. Okay.
Jealous.
And we're going to eat some good food for 2.5 days. So,
Mhm.
but such good people. And Summer's on this call. Okay, one of my favorite people in the whole company. And it's just so cool to watch Tracy get to be as close to you and as close to Summer and all. And y'all are in this fight together.
Yeah.
And you get to encourage each other and you get to help each other and y'all grow from that. But I told Jordan when he was down here, Jordan and Megan have the opportunity. They have the ability. They have all the boxes checked to where I think they could be the biggest leg in my agency. I have
Mhm.
no doubt about that. It's absolutely amazing how much talent is on this. And look, wait, I just found out that Amy Warren is Amy Strong on my app
Mm.
count. I've been wondering, I've been looking all around for her. I think I met her in Dallas. Did we meet her in Dallas, Tracy? I think we did. Tracy's gone. But look, people,
Yes, you did.
look, she's been here about half a minute. Look at these numbers she's putting up there. How many people have been here half a minute and they're number one on the company leaderboard? This is
Yeah.
silly stuff. But you got to get on it and you got to stay on it. You got to do the right things long enough. And
Mhm.
what are the right things? We write business that gets issued.
Mhm.
What's long enough? And if you want a lot more, then you recruit and train people to write business that gets issued. My agency, I may have said this, my agency did 29,000 applications last year. My name wasn't on any of them, okay? But I got paid on every one of them that got issued. And so you have that opportunity. You have the opportunity to change another human being's life
Mhm.
by introducing them to this company.
Mhm.
Now, you are not responsible for their success here. You're responsible for getting them here,
Mhm.
but you're responsible for one person's success, and that person is sitting in your chair right now. Okay, don't you? Somebody quits. Somebody just this is too hard for them. Not your fault. Okay, you're going to do your part. But we're gonna go. We got to go find people because there's going to be millions of them out on the street. And I'm talking about middle management people. I'm talking about quality people fixing to be out on the street. Where are they
Mhm.
going to go?
Yeah.
See, you need to go get you a whole bunch of them because the more you get, the bigger agency you can build, and the more money that your family generations from now will get. Because Sandy Young and I, we worked the first 3 years here working for me and her, digging out of a hole. Then we worked another 3 years for our two kids. Now we're working for our grandkids' grandkids. And
Mhm.
that's a humongous thing for us. May not be important to anybody else, but it's really important for us. And that's what we get to do here. It's just really silly what we get to do every day and go to bed at night feeling good about what we did because we impacted another human being in a positive way.
Mm. Whew. Sandy, anything else to add?
I agree 100% with everything he said. This team is special.
Right.
I really believe what Danny says. Y'all can be the biggest organization that we have because you're so good and you're so talented, all of y'all. I mean, so many of you I don't even know, but I see I see the boards, I see the leaderboards. I know that y'all got something special. You just need to do more of it and get more people.
More people, more people, more people. There are people last night before they went to bed, they prayed for something like this to come into their life. We have an unlimited number of get out of jail free cards that we can give people, but you gotta go find them. Okay. And the majority of them are going to be in your warm market, your friends, your family, people you care about. Okay. You can absolutely change their life financially, which is going to change everything for them.
Mm.
Appreciate you, Jennifer Gaines. I do.
Thank you, Danny and Sandy. Like impact, you guys you're so impactful. Thank you from all of us for taking time with us. We appreciate you guys and love you a
Anytime.
lot.
Can I just
Take
say
over the
real quick,
world.
Danny, Sandy, thank you for being on. Thank you for your belief in us. Thank you for everything you've poured into this team. And we could not be more excited and more blessed to have you all, not only a part of our business in this way, but most importantly, a part of our lives. So we love you both dearly. And your belief in us has meant the absolute world at times when, we've questioned it. And we appreciate you tremendously. So great job, Jennifer. Thanks for facilitating
All
this.
right, guys.
You guys.
Let's go take over the world. How
Let's
about
do it.
that?
Let's do
All
it,
right.
Now I'm
guys.
hungry.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.
So